Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Kharat. Today we have with us Savi Soin, President of Qualcomm India. Qualcomm has just announced the launch of its first ever Snapdragon Experience Zone in collaboration with Chroma, a leading consumer electronics retailer. Located in Chroma's flagship store in Mumbai and Juhu, this new initiative marks a significant step in Qualcomm's retail expansion across the country. As we all know, AI is playing a huge role in shaping the future of mobile and tech innovation. So how do you see Snapdragon contributing to the future of personal computing, both in India and globally, and especially as AI continues to evolve? Finally, how important is the India market for Qualcomm's overall strategy moving forward? Savi is answering all of these questions for us in this insightful chat. Listen in. Savi, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you very much.
So let's first speak about your partnership with Chroma. How, according to you, is strategic this move is, and also how will it, enhance consumers' access and awareness to some of, the Snapdragon technology?
Yeah, thank you very much for coming all the way, and good to see you. This partnership is very important. We've been working on this for a few months, so I'm glad that the first store is right here in Mumbai and Juhu. It's very important for us to showcase the premium experience of Snapdragon across devices. The most important was we're not into just phones, we're not just into PCs, we're not into smart glasses, we're not into XR glasses. The Snapdragon is powering a lot of those premium experiences in a multitude of devices. So it was very important for us to have a zone of our own, experience zone, where consumers can come and really experience that for themselves. So I think we started with Chroma. I think it's been a great partnership. We're doing a lot of work across Tata Group, specifically with Chroma. I think you'll see us making a lot of expanding what we are doing with Chroma beyond this. But a key thing was, what can we do to bring that Snapdragon premium experiences direct to the consumer, right? And that was what the goal was. And you'll see us talk about AI, you'll see us talk about the power of Snapdragon in terms of the battery efficiency, the connectivity, the entire experience is all going to be shown right there in the Chroma store.
And also tell us more, are you expanding this experience zone to other cities, other markets? What are you eyeing, going forward? Are there other retail partnerships on the horizon going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's very exciting to be in India. As I feel that almost the metros and the tier 2 cities are growing at very rapid pace, and we are very interested we're going to expand this partnership and partner with others as well to ensure that we can bring those experiences to people that want it, right? India's it's all about Gen Zs, it's all about the premiumization in India. And we want to be in the city and the stores where it matters to the consumer. So you'll see us expand this beyond, not just beyond Mumbai, beyond metros, into a lot of different across India.
And what kind of experiences should the consumers expect? What do you want them to take away with them as they walk in and walk out of some of your experience zones? Yeah. What is the message? What is the key thing?
The key thing is, it's all about use cases, right? So, for example, a PC works a Snapdragon PC works better with a Snapdragon-powered smartphone, right? It's just a seamless experience. Talk about I want them to feel the power of just the best-in-class connectivity. I want them to feel the power of a very long battery life. The DNA that we have on phones, we are bringing across all these consumer devices where they don't have to think about plugging in their device to charge. I want them to think about on-device AI and how that is going to enhance their experience and create some of the amazing experiences that I think it's possible with AI on these devices that they're not just going to the cloud, they're actually doing all of those AI workloads in the device, which is very important. So at the end of the day, there's one thing is, we are all about the premium user experience. We want the users to feel that, touch it, feel it. You know, when I first came to India, a good friend of mine, after he told me why I was here and how excited I was to finally be here, he told me, "Jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai," right? So he was very important, like to showcase and really touch and feel this, right? We can talk all we want in YouTube videos and all, but if you feel it, you touch it, you can see it, you can see what it can do for you, right? And that's what we want these zones to be.
Yeah, and when you came to India market, how did you see or look at, India's perception or the Indian consumer's perception of Qualcomm, of Snapdragon in the country? And what did you feel like adding to it?
What I felt was, we did a couple of market visits, and I think those are the best insights I ever got. We talked to somebody that was driving a scooter rickshaw in Delhi. We talked to the storekeeper. And they didn't know who I was, and we did our own independent as well, market visits. We learned really that the consumer is much more aware of what is powering their devices, right? And as we were discussing earlier, is much more important than what I had assumed. I'd assumed that what's powering the device is less relevant. But I felt that, or at least the data that we are getting is they want a Snapdragon. They feel that Snapdragon stands for that premium user experience. It stands for quality. It has the best power and efficiency. So people are coming into the store and saying, I want a Snapdragon, right? And I'm willing to look at what the user experiences that they bring. So really excited about that part.
Yeah, and let's speak about AI now. When it comes to innovations, let's say on the mobile or smartphone side, AI is leading the innovations. And in fact, in my conversations with many global leaders, maybe some of your partners as well, many of the leaders pointed out how India and the Indian consumer is the most excited about AI amongst all the global markets.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the experiences that Snapdragon technology is enabling when it comes to AI on our devices today.
We have a LLM that we are working with a local company that will have 37 dialects, right? So you could actually do live translation. You can have a conversation if you are, let's say, in a different city. It'll bring the whole India region closer together, right? And that's the power that we are able to do. There are other use cases that we are working on. For example, if you want to ensure that somebody you're talking to, if there's a call or a video call, that's not an AI image, for example, right? You can actually talk about, like for example, a few days ago, there was an earthquake in Delhi, right? And I was feverishly looking for, where was the epicenter? And, it took a few minutes before things got up to date on really what was happening, right? And things like that, you could use AI to be able to look for live things in the news, live translation, transcription, all of these things that are not just bound by one language, but in multiple dialects. So I'm really excited about what Gen AI can bring, not only in the phone, but also things that we're doing on the car, we're doing on scooters, we're doing in smart glasses, all around premium experience. Safety, for example, is a big one for us in two-wheelers and what we're doing on smart glasses. So I think we're very excited. I'm very excited about on-device AI in India. I believe that is the next frontier for India with a potential. It's like, if you, I've been at Qualcomm for 25 years, and we have every strategic plan, we have a chart that shows 2G to 3G, 3G to 4G, 4G to 5G, and we show which OEMs were successful, and then the next year, who's the winners in 3G, who are the winners in 4G, who are the winners in 5G, right? Or who has got more market share, I should say. It's very interesting. I think we are at the cusp of the AI, Gen AI evolution, right? And I think the phone is going to absolutely get disrupted. Our CEO talks about an appless world. I think that's where I think India has a massive opportunity,
Yeah.
not just to drive these Gen Zs towards new experiences,
Yeah.
but also to create new hardware OEMs are right here in India.
Savi, Snapdragon 8 Elite is a hot chip right now, which has powered almost every second flagship which is launched in India recently. So what are some of the innovations and experiences that it's powering on the devices right now, and which one is your personal favorite?
You know, I really like the live translation is a big one. I like the circle to search. There's a few of these that I really like where I'm able to do things on the device, you know, live transcription in a meeting. All of these I feel is making how I used to be able to attend a meeting, be more efficient, and be able to do things better for me. Like if I'm, you know, if I'm going to, let's say, China or Japan or someplace, I don't have to worry about a translator. I can have a communication. I used to work for a Japanese company. I've been in meetings where there was no translator, and literally we were in sign language having communication, right?
Yeah.
The world has become so much smaller with regards to what I can able to communicate with people without having a translator present. So it's a human to human, and able to do that right here in India with so many different languages. I think it's just amazing.
And how will it help? How will this chip help solidify Snapdragon's position in the India market, according to you?
Yeah, I think the most important is I think this chip is, by the way, every flagship we bring new experiences. And this in particular, I think I'm super excited about because it has more Gen AI capability than any other chip in its that's ever been done by either Snapdragon or by any of our competitors. So we're excited about what Gen AI can bring on this chip. I'll tell you something else. Somebody the other day was using this to take physics, and we showed this, by the way, on Monday. We took a physics textbook and then converted that in English, converted that into their local language, right? So you can imagine the lesson planning, the ability to customize teaching, the ability to customize to what you need, and actually provide tutoring. Hey, I have a question, not in the entire thing. I don't need to read the entire thing. I have a question on this particular thing. So it's just amazing what some of these Gen AI use cases and LLMs that we have been working with right here in India, and the ability for them, what they can do.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks for sharing these insights with us.
Thank you very much for making time.
On the sidelines of the much anticipated iPhone 16e being launched in the India market, I'm catching up with Bob Borchers, Global VP Worldwide Marketing at Apple. He has been an Apple veteran and has been at the forefront of some of the most impactful launches in the past for Apple. So without delay, let's dive deep into what will this new product launch, which is 16e, will mean for the India market and Apple. Bob, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Why, thank you.
And I got to experience the iPhone 16e firsthand at a demo zone this week. I was impressed with all the Apple intelligence available on the device. So tell us more, what according to you is or are some of the standout features of the device?
Yeah, the great thing about iPhone 16e is that it brings all of the capabilities of the flagship iPhone experience at a more accessible, at a great value. And it does that by bringing together all of the best technologies and bringing them here to India in a very powerful way. You've got A18, our latest generation of Apple Silicon. You've got a 48 megapixel 2-in-1 fusion camera that takes amazing images and videos. You've got the best battery life ever in a 6.1-inch iPhone. It's really incredible. It lasts forever almost. And then you've got this durable, beautiful design with aerospace-grade aluminum. You've got this beautiful display, ceramic shield, all of that together with the action button, USB-C, and of course, like you say, Apple Intelligence. There's so much to love about the iPhone 16e, and it's such an exceptional value.
Because you wear a marketer's hat, give us an understanding on what kind of demographic are you planning to target with this new device, which is 16e, especially for the India market?
Yeah, iPhone 16e extends the iPhone 16 family, so there's even more choice, which is great because our customers can now choose the iPhone that's perfect for them. And with iPhone 16e, you get the latest generation of iPhone 16 experience at an incredible value. So we think it's going to be great for folks who maybe have an older iPhone and are ready to have a significant upgrade, or people coming to the platform for the first time. So we really do think iPhone 16e is going to be a huge hit here in India.
And you know, in the past, since 2016, we have seen how SE has played a pivotal role in, you know, converting or shifting people from the Android to the Apple ecosystem. And this is something that we have seen SE do with the 2016, 2020, and then the 2022 launches of the SE. So, I mean, what are some of the learnings from, you know, that experience, and how do you apply when you go to markets with, you know, the new 16e?
Yeah, so iPhone SE, as you point out, was an incredible way for people to have a first iPhone experience coming from Android. And we actually think iPhone 16e is just going to make that even better because it's bringing all of these incredible flagship capabilities at a great value. So we think that iPhone 16e will be perfect for people coming to the platform for the first time and will give them that flagship amazing iPhone experience.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to launching an affordable offering that is taking Apple to a much wider audience, how do you strike a right balance between the affordability and also the premium positioning that Apple has in a market like India?
Well, I think it comes down to delivering that iPhone experience at every single offering that we've got and extending the family now. So you've got 16e, you've got 16, 16 Plus, you've got 16 Pro and Pro Max. We now have so much dynamic range that it's great because people can come in, they can experience it, and they can make the choice that's right for them. And all of those are going to deliver the iPhone experience, which is at the end of the day what's so powerful.
Bob, also give us an understanding of the growing significance of the India market in your global strategy.
Well, India is an incredibly dynamic and it's an important market to us. It's a place where we know mobile communications is critical and people want to be able to have an amazing experience with the products that they're carrying with them every single day. And so that's why it's really important for us to make sure that when we come to India, that we're doing it with an amazing product that's locally relevant. And 16e, we feel, is great that way. We're bringing Apple Intelligence to India starting in April. That's going to be a phenomenal opportunity because we're bringing in a localized version of English to India with Apple Intelligence. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're bringing 10 new languages to India that will reach 90% of the population here. And so when we think about coming to a market like India, which is incredibly important, we want to do it in a way that people feel like is relevant.
And Apple has also made significant strides in manufacturing in the country, in India market. So tell us, what has been the impact of that on your product offerings and, you know, the product perception for the country, for the Indian consumer?
Well, like I said, India is an incredibly important market for us, both from a consumer perspective, but also, as you point out, from a manufacturing perspective. And that's why we're really excited that iPhone 16e, like the rest of the iPhone family, is manufactured here in India. It's an opportunity, I think, for us to talk about how important it is as a market for us, and an opportunity for us to show how relevant we want to be in the market. So Made in India is obviously a critical component of iPhone 16e as well as the rest of the iPhone family.
Yeah, and since we are meeting in India around the 16e launch, like, tell us more about some of the consumer trends that you're picking from the India market. What do Apple consumers want on their devices today?
Well, I think Apple Intelligence is highly anticipated, and AI in general is something that people are really interested in having. And we're just excited to be able to bring it to India starting in April. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the key things about Apple Intelligence, besides the power and the capability and the access that you have to all of this intelligence at your fingertips, is privacy. And we've made huge strides in kind of innovations in privacy for AI. And we think that's going to be incredibly important today, tomorrow, and into the future.
And being on the marketing side, Bob, you know, we often discuss, the marketing and the kind of market image that, Apple has. Apple is discussed as, a case study in marketing schools, between marketing students. So tell us more, when it comes to this product marketing, what really sets Apple apart, being at the center, at the heart of everything?
Well, I think the thing about the iPhone story, and I think about iPhone in general, is that it's this incredible product. And from a marketing perspective, it's about telling a simple, clear story. And the best thing you can do is on the back of an incredible product experience. And iPhone 16e is that. It's got this incredible technology. It's got these capabilities, but it's also beautiful and easy to use and all of those things together. So it really tells the story itself. So we're just excited to have iPhone 16 available today.
Yeah, and also, Bob, since you mentioned this, whenever there is a new product launch, let's say, for example, a 16e for that matter, how closely do you work with the product teams as a marketing unit, at Apple?
The incredible thing about the way we work is we all work together with one objective in mind, which is to deliver incredible products at incredible value for our customers. And that's the thing that makes our approach special, is that we're really focused on delivering what customers are going to want and love. And that's what's amazing with iPhone 16e, is it delivers all of that together in a brand new way, but at an incredible value.
Okay, finally, before we go, we are meeting at this beautiful Apple BKC store. When the consumers walk in, what is the kind of experience they should expect at this store, with the entire 16 series that you have on display right here?
Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing store. This is our first store in India. And it's got some incredible things to it, like the locally sourced wood in the ceiling or the stone over here. So the first thing people will notice is just what a beautiful experience it is. And then when you come in, you can actually see and use and talk about all of the products that we have. And then when you do decide to buy, you can go and take advantage of all sorts of offers, but then also get help with setup, be able to transfer your information across, and then also be able to come in for the Today at Apple sessions that'll help you get the most out of your iPhone 16e. So this is an incredible store, it's an incredible location, and it's an incredible experience.
Well, Bob, thank you so much. Thanks for your insights, and hope to see you in India very, very soon.
Thank you very much.
With that, it's a wrap. Goodbye.